Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is repairing a flat tire on our Himiway Cruiser. First thing we did was put some styrofoam under the handlebars and cardboard under the backside just to protect it so it doesn't get all beaten up. And we're going to go ahead and remove the tire. We're also going to unscrew the back fender. So we basically unscrewed our back fender. We're going to remove our zip tie here. Be careful not to catch your wire here. Okay, now we're gonna unhook the connector. Okay, I wanted to pause here really quick. When reassembling the hub motor wire, make sure the two arrows line up. If those two arrows don't line up, your hub motor won't work. Unscrewing it and pulling it straight out. So we go ahead and pull off the derailleur guard, which is right here. And let's go ahead and take that off. You know, this one screw is going to be a little bit different here. Now the nut that just came off of that derailleur guard is a little bit shorter than the one we took off of the other end of it that attached the derailleur guard and the fender together. So this one went through the fender and the derailleur guard. This one just went through the derailleur guard. Now I did pull this cap off, so we're just going to kind of leave that cap off of there. Okay, so now what we want to do is basically release that chain, which just kind of dropped right out for us. First thing we're going to do is remove the caps off of the axle nut. Okay, let's go ahead and loosen up the axle nut here. That was pretty tight, but that is loosened up. So we'll go ahead and back it off. The other side, I'm just making sure that I backed it off on both sides enough. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm just lining up so that we can pull this tire out. So I'm grabbing the flat part and backing it off, being careful not to dig into the teeth here. Maybe I need to get a flatter crescent wrench. Let me do that. Okay, so I only found this big giant crescent wrench that I can kind of line up that axle with the opening back there. Let's try the other side and see what we have here. Seems to be right in the center. This tire should really pop out. Let's see. There it is. There's our tire, folks. So what we're going to do is take a look around and inspect it. We'll figure out where the damage is, and then we'll go ahead and repair it. You always want to make sure you put something underneath your handles. Not only does it protect the grips, the bell, the brake, but any accessories you have mounted, it's going to protect them as well. And then on the back, just putting the cardboard, that's just protecting it for cosmetics so we don't scratch it up. So we didn't remove the rear disc brake, we left it on, but you can always remove it if you're having trouble putting the back tire on. So unfortunately we're losing light and the GoPro is terrible in low light. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the tire inside. Okay, I brought the tire inside so that we can go ahead and see what's going on with it and figure out where the hole is. I did purchase a new tube only because the air completely escaped from it as soon as we hit something. So I don't know what it was, but it seems like the tube's probably not going to be good from the way the air just escaped pretty immediate. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on. I really can't tell by looking at the tire where the penetration mark is or whatever happened to the tire. I don't see any signs. I'm hoping when I take the tire off, I can see inside and maybe see what happened. Tires are going to be directional. So we're going to want to put them on the same way that they came off. Trying to see where, oh, there it is. So the direction is forward. If we have our rotor here, it's showing the direction going this way. So that's the way we're going to want to put the tire back on. So both arrows are going to face the same way. That's an actual arrow. It looks like an arrowhead. So, okay. First thing we're going to want to do is locate our stem. So we don't want to take the tire off right next to the stem. We'll kind of move down here a little bit and just kind of work our way around. That's pretty easy. There's no air in the tire, so if I just kind of run it around in a circle, it's just going to pop off. Let's go ahead and pull the tube out, lift up on that stem. Forgot about that. We're going to pull the tube right out. I don't see, oh, there we go. That is a pretty decent sized hole. And that's why the tire just instantly deflated. So there's our culprit, folks. And that's a pretty decent sized hole. So I'm not gonna patch this up. I feel like I'm just gonna use our new tube for now. So that would fall in line with that big stick theory that I feel like I hit. We're gonna go ahead and remove the tire right off of the rim. So I'm just going through and just looking through the tire to make sure that nothing sticks out. There's nothing sharp in there, and I don't see anything in here at all. It's easier to see probably where the entry point was. Actually, I think I just found the entry point. It was right here, and that actually is a decent size gouge in there. So when that stick hit, it jammed between the frame and the tire and just drove itself right through the tire. So I wanted to make the tube a little bit firm here so we can fit it into the tire so it doesn't flop around and get twisted. So we'll go ahead and get this put in there. So this is where it shows what to fill the tire up to. So I figure we'll go ahead and we'll put the stem in that area there, and we'll go ahead and just stick our tube in the tire. And this is just basically so the tube doesn't twist around. The next thing we're going to need to do is line up our arrow on our tire to the arrow on the rim here. We do want to make sure we're not kinking up anywhere. So just look around the tire, make sure our stem is pulled out and it's straight. Okay, that filled her up. Put our cap back on. And there you have it. The tire is back in business. We'll go ahead and reinstall it on the bike. Okay, that wraps this one up for repairing our flat tire on the Himiway Cruiser video. I did end up removing the back brake caliper. It just made the job so much easier when replacing the tire back on the bike. So if you could do me a favor and hit that thumbs up, that's huge for the YouTube algorithm. It helps to continue to show this video to others. So until next time, like, share, and subscribe. Ride safe and have fun. See ya.